Relationships Australia's got a range of services for people who have experienced terrible things in their childhood. And often those are traumatic experiences relating to particularly out-of-home care, so where people have been in orphanages in the days of orphanages or in foster care or other alternative care, and also where people have actually experienced abuse or sexual abuse as a child. And we provide a range of services to particularly assist in those areas where childhood traumatic experiences have actually had an impact on people in their adult years. The trauma services that we do provide are often going by different names, and one of them is Find and Connect, and also Relationships Australia services provide services for people who have experienced forced adoption, where either as a child themselves or as an adult a child has been removed in circumstances where policy existed to actually take children away from people. And then there are services that we provide that relate to people who have been sexually abused, particularly people who are now presenting to the Royal Commission on institutional responses to sexual abuse. The services that we do provide are different to services that are often provided in our other family counselling services at Relationships Australia, or even services provided by other organisations, mainly because a lot of those services are funded to provide sort of shorter term assistance or counselling, and often designed around people having a particular sort of rough patch in their life. Whereas a lot of the trauma services are ones that are actually designed to support people over a period of time. Because we know that the experiences of childhood can be quite disruptive for people's lives. It can emerge at certain times and then be okay, and then emerge again. But it can also be that people are needing support and assistance in a way that is much more ongoing. So we have services at Relationships Australia where people have been specialised, the staff have specialised in actually working with people who've experienced trauma. They may have experienced their own trauma for some staff, and where their understanding of what this means for people does not need to be explained again. Often these services will involve a practical element as well, so that some of the services that Relationships Australia provides can have some brokerage funds, because we know that childhood trauma experiences mean that people don't get off to the best start in their adult years, and so often people's education, their employment, their family relationships are all things that are going to need that bit more support and assistance. And we know that if there aren't family members around to support with that service providers and our trauma counsellors are people who are really important then to walk with people in their journey in life. These services are usually fully funded by government, and so we are able to support people without any cost being paid by the client coming to us. And it's important to know that the services can also involve some peer support as well, so that there's often some social contact and groups that might occur between participants of the service, but there's certainly no charge for those sorts of services that are funded either by the state or the federal government.